All right, Jake Vamp Show, the news, if we can ever get it out. Hey guys,
Hey, welcome to the Jake Vamp Show.
I'm Jake Vamp.
I'm Big Ben.
He won't let me name it anything else, so.
We're going to talk about something that we often talk about here. So it's news on this Spider-Man, and here's what we said before.
There are a few things we need to discuss. Let's start with
Sony!
Let's start with Spider-Man.
Sony! Fuck, man! Do you not like money? Seriously, like, even giving Disney half, hell, you could give Disney 75% of what the fucking movie makes. And still make more money than you can on your own.
Yeah.
Okay?
You think bringing Tom Holland over is going to bring all that Marvel money over? Got another thing coming there.
Yeah. You just said no to Disney money. Disney money.
Man.
Come on. Their last movie that they did for you guys, which was Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Is your highest grossing movie ever. Okay? Not just the highest grossing movie that you ever collaborated with a different studio on. No. Ever. Why in the world would you say no to Disney?
Well, maybe they felt a little emasculated.
Maybe.
His box office is bigger than mine. I'm pulling out.
Well, I don't know. If you're that small, you probably wouldn't be pulling out of nowhere. I don't get it. And right now the CEO says that it's over. They're not even.
And see, if they would have just hired a new guy to play Spider-Man, they could have went with the whole multiverse angle and left talks open with Marvel.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that. They are having the current Spider-Man, Tom Holland, to go over to Sony to play Spider-Man without mentioning the Marvel Universe, without being part of that.
So we already know Sony can't tell a story.
Yeah.
Okay. Venom. Hello.
Their animated movie wasn't too bad. The Into the Spider-Verse.
But they spent like 4 years developing it. So I don't want 4 years to go by for my next Spider-Man movie. I don't want 4 years to go by for another Venom movie. Which we'll have to wait and see how the Venom movie does, the Venom 2 movie does, and how it is and everything with Andy Serkis, because he's a great director, great actor, and everything. And then Tom Hardy has more say in like the writing and everything, but
is that a good idea though? Is Tom Hardy a Venom fan, or does he just want to put his 2 cents into Ed Norton style?
Well, I think he is a Venom fan. I mean, that showed. I think he was the best part of Venom, the first movie.
Well, yeah,
but I think him, Sony, and the director of Venom all have their own way of wanting what they wanted it to be, and that's why we got 3 different tones to the movie.
right.
We got a comedy, we got a dark suspense movie, and then we have an alien invasion movie, all in one thing, and it just did not blend well.
Right.
I mean, you can take a horror aspect and a comedy aspect of a movie and make it seamless and
Well, yeah,
just
yeah.
like they did with Shazam.
Although, I mean, seriously, no, a horror movie's only scary if it's got a little bit of gore in it.
Yeah.
And their horror had none of that.
Yeah.
I
There
mean,
was
Venom
no
ate a
blood.
guy in a store and there wasn't a drop of blood.
Not one drop of blood.
Like,
There would be. I mean, I guess unless he ate him whole.
which is not really. I mean, they got all the teeth. It had to be for something.
Yeah, I know, right? But anyway, Sony, bad idea. We'll see how it goes.
And he ate the whole guy too. I mean, did he poop out a pair of boots later?
I don't know. He might be like a pig and be able to digest pretty much anything. So I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Speaking of Venom, we're going to be doing a parody of Venom here soon. I really want you guys to check that out. We'll probably do it more around Venom 2 since Venom 1's been out for a while. But we're working on it and we're going to see what we can do about doing a Venom parody. I just hope Venom 2 is better. I hope Sony rethinks this whole Disney thing.
They
You know.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna. The window's closed, they said.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how Venom 2 does.
They may
If
have
Venom-
woke the sleeping giant too, because remember, Fox said no to Disney, and look where they are now.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is if Sony sells to anybody, Spider-Man comes back. And all 900 characters come back. So let's hope, okay?
Right.
What do you want to start with? Like,
Let's start with Spider-Man, because
Okay.
I'm really excited about this new news about Spider-Man. So I said before, you don't mess with Disney. Well, after the Sony Spider-Man Marvel deal fell through, right? Both Apple and Amazon, two Disney-friendly companies, put in an offer to buy Sony's entertainment division. Now, if they buy Sony's entertainment division, Spider-Man automatically goes back to Marvel. All the characters, all the rights, everything.
Yep.
Although, if it don't, then it don't. Now, Disney is looking at maybe just buying Spider-Man outright. And when they asked how much, Sony said $10 billion.
and you don't throw a number like that out to Disney. Because Disney will be like, please, that's chunk change.
Right?
I got that in my wallet.
Right? And so, we're waiting to see what happens here. Either way, some way, it looks like Spider-Man is going home to Marvel. So stay tuned for that. Marvel's done great things with the character so far. And you know what? Here's the thing, that even if that don't happen, Marvel still owns the TV rights to Spider-Man. So they could still do something with them.
Half hour animated.
All TV rights, right?
Nope. Half hour animated.
Half hour animated only.
Yep.
Okay. I misunderstood that.
Yeah.
But yeah, still they
That's
could
why.
still do
That's
something.
why
with
he's
it.
gonna be Spider-Man's still be able to be in the What If series.
Right. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That's
so
gonna be pretty awesome.
that's why that's a thing. So
Well,
let's hope.
yes.
Us nerds can definitely hope.
And what do you think about this? Let us know in the comments.
Yep. And now we're like, what, 2 months into it, maybe 2 months, and we've heard a lot of new information. Tom Holland got the Spider-Man Sony Marvel deal back together for at least two movies. One
movies.
Spider-Man movie and one
team up.
Team up.
Yeah, where he's gonna be in somebody else's movie.
Yeah.
So, and then he's going to the Spider-Man Spider-Verse over at Sony.
He's going to be the one jumping back and forth.
So yeah, I'm almost positive they're gonna try to go with the multiple dimensions Spider-Verse thing.
I would be okay with that if you wanted to bring the bad Spider-Man in Tobey Maguire, and then bring in a better Spider-Man in Andrew Garfield, and then you bring in the best Spider-Man as far as Tom Holland is concerned. I think that would be really cool.
Well,
And then even if you had like the Japanese Spider-Man, like the old guy do like a cameo or something.
right,
you
yeah,
know?
they're doing something like that right now. Actually, on the DC, was it the Flash and Arrow
Oh yeah,
and all that stuff?
DC's done that for
They're
a
bringing
while.
back Smallville,
Oh yeah,
Superman. They're
yes.
bringing back the guy who's playing Ant-Man now, Brandon Routh, as Superman.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, he's on the show.
You mean Adam?
Adam, yeah, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's Marvel.
Oh,
Come on, comic book nerd. But
he's really there. You just can't see him. He's
yeah,
too small.
he played Superman in the Superman Returns.
Yeah, he's coming back as that Golden Age Superman or something like that.
Yeah, old
Uh-huh.
Superman. And then you have Tom Wellington.
Tom Welling.
Yeah, Tom Welling as the I guess fatter middle-aged, because he definitely gained weight. I mean, I like Tom Welling. I loved him as Adam in Lucifer.
I'm actually going through that one right now.
Really?
Yeah, so
I love that.
I'm
show.
just about at the end of the first season.
Right on. I loved it.
It's been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
It's like, I never thought of it that way with Lucifer punishing bad guys and all that. Like,
Yeah. That's what I like about. I love diversity, man. And just different ways of telling stories. If you can tell the same story 10 different ways, and it's good, I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
Just not bad remakes. I'm not okay with bad remakes.
That
You got to make a
happens
good remake.
so often too.
You got to
So
make
often.
a good remake. The Child's Play movie was a good remake. I didn't.
There was
a
something
really good
very
remake.
missing from the remake that was in the first one that I thought should have been in there, and that was the Chucky from the first one wasn't a ghost in the machine. Chucky from the first one was a killer who was some kind of devil worshiper or something,
Right.
And went and was being chased by the cops and transferred his soul into a doll.
Right.
And that's how, it was not just the doll like an evil doll, but it had this evil soul
Right.
and this kind of magical spin to it, which they kind of wrote out of this remake.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that's why I like it. It's more of a reimagining than
right,
a remake.
for a modern audience.
Exactly, and that's what I actually liked about it. That it wasn't just stealing from the old shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It was okay. Some really pissed off dude from work because he gets treated like shit from work. As most of us do, and he was pissed off, and he deleted all the safety features in the robot, and it made the robot go crazy. The only real huge issue I had with the new Child's Play movie was the design of the doll. I felt that the face was too fat and bulky, and I would not feel like I would go out and buy it. In fact, I almost bought the original. We were at the Spirit store the other day looking at Halloween decorations and stuff, and they had a seriously good guy doll box, and it had the Chucky doll in it, and I picked it up and I looked at it, and my wife was like, seriously? And I was like, because she loves them too. They're right behind you. I've got Chucky and Tiffany right behind you, right there.
Oh, yeah.
I won those for 50 cents a piece in a claw machine. All these little stuffed guys.
We'll show you a picture.
Yeah, I'll show you guys a picture. But I won those in a 50 cent claw machine.
Right on.
And I got Dracula and Frankenstein and Wolfman, or Frankenstein's monster, and Wolfman. Chucky, Beetlejuice, and I don't remember what that guy's name is right off the top of my head. The brain guy, I don't remember his name. But yeah, for 50 cents. But I love Chucky and Tiffany. But I picked up the good guy doll And she was like, "Oh man, we got to get that. How much is it?" And I looked at the price and it was like $98. And she was like, and I was like just about to walk out. Like I was, not like walk out stealing, but like walk out like I wasn't putting it down. That was like the best replica that I've seen of that doll.
Right on.
And I wanted it so bad. So bad. Anyway,
Right on.
sorry guys, that's me rambling.
Alright, so on to the next order of business here. The Joker. Great movie. Just watch our review. If you haven't seen it, go there and watch
Getting
it.
a lot of hate from haters though. A lot of hate from haters.
Well, it's getting hate from one of the biggest haters of all. Jared Leto, who is being reported tried to shut down the Joker.
Yeah.
And then once it was made, tried to get it removed before it was launched.
Yeah. You know, I mean, just because somebody does something better than you, doesn't mean you should, go and try to sabotage them,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not great YouTubers. I mean, that shows in our subscriber numbers, right? But I'm not going to hate on somebody that's better at it than us, or even if we had like a billion subscribers, and then some kid comes out and they're better than us. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, or her. Good for them. I don't care. I'm not going to stop you from trying to do something like that. I believe that there's
he's not.
He might. I'm not. I believe in equality across the board, man. I mean, like, why can't there be two Jokers? His Joker is shit, unless they finally tell us that
He doesn't have the look, and he doesn't have the most important thing, which is the smile. He doesn't even come close. His smile is so bad that they had to draw a smile on his hand and have him cover up his face with it.
Right? That was so bad. All DC literally has to do is say, "This is the Jason Todd Joker," and I'd be like, "Cool. I knew there was something fucking wrong with this dude."
Right.
But no, they're playing it off as the Joker, Oh my God, it's giving me a fucking headache.
Well, I'm sure the next
He's not even gonna play it anymore, according to the reports.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but that and Leto, it's not necessarily you, okay? In my opinion, it was the design that you were given, okay? Sucks, man. It happens, What's his name? Gerard Butler or whatever got tossed into the Total Recall remake, and that was a terrible fucking script. Okay, it was just bad. Sometimes you can be a good actor and be thrown into something really terrible. Just like the guy that plays Adam and is coming back for the Superman. Superman Returns is a bad script.
Right.
But he had to do whatever Remy told him to do.
So much like Christopher Reeve too. I mean,
yeah, he was. I thought his Superman was fine. He was fantastic. But the actual script and the writing, the everything for that.
Well, anyway, I hated Jared Leto's Joker. I despised it. I thought it was just, and like I say, like he said, Jared, it's not really your fault.
Yeah.
It's the casting agent's fault. And you know what? Whoever was gonna play that role was probably doomed to be the worst Joker.
Oh yes, it was. Even if Joaquin Phoenix or Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger, any of them, if any of them had this role, it would have been the end of their career.
Yeah,
quite honestly.
They basically made the Joker into a triad gang boss, and it was just not.
They basically made the Joker into me.
Oh yeah.
They like.
All you need is a few ha-ha-has on your chest.
Yeah. No, I just got the Jake Vamp on my chest. But yeah, I mean, sorry if this sounds like messing up, but yeah, anybody in this role would have done terrible.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't matter who is directing it, whether it was the guy that directed Suicide Squad, James Gunn. It could have been fucking Quentin Tarantino, for all we, and Quentin Tarantino is a great director. So.
Oh, I'm sure Quentin Tarantino would have never allowed that script to go through.
God, no, I don't think so.
And they completely missed the mark with the writing. With the story. They completely missed the mark with the makeup.
Yeah.
They completely missed the mark with the character itself.
Yeah. I wasn't too disappointed with the Suicide Squad movie itself as a whole. It wasn't a great movie by any means, but it was better than Batman v Superman, and the Superman movie, Man of Steel. It was better. They're better tries at making a DC movie.
Yeah.
Besides Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah, and maybe he deserves another shot, but just not as that Joker.
I'm okay with that. He's playing Morbius, and I'm really excited about that. Morbius is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel universe too.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I mean, he's a vampire. Come on, I've got the word tattooed on my neck. So of course I'm gonna like the vampires, unless it's Twilight.
Well, I mean, there was, and there's a lot of what ifs in the Batman universe.
Yeah.
And there was a series of Batman comics in which Batman had an epic fight with Dracula.
Right.
And won, but was infected, and was literally a vampire bat and a vampire Batman.
Man-Bat. Was it Man-Bat?
No. That was a science experiment.
That's the, what is it? Rain? Batman Rain? Where he actually is like a bat?
I'm not certain, but
yeah, I think that's it, where he's like.
But no, what I'm talking about is he's a straight up vampire.
Yeah.
And he lives off of rats for a really long time, and then
I'm actually looking for that pop
people
right now. I've seen it around, but the wife's been around, so I haven't been able to buy it.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, if the wife's around, I can't really buy a pop unless it's like. The other day I went to the Hot Topic and got like 3 Office Space ones and the Young Bucks ones. I got Bill Lombard, Peter Gibbons, and Joanna from Office Space, and the Young Bucks. $7 because I had $5 hot cash or whatever, and then they were all the Office Space ones were $2 a piece, and the Young Bucks one was $6. So for $7 I got all those.
These are
pops.
cool.
And I was like, don't hate me, because she was over at the Torrid store.
You know what I see when I look at Funko Pops? Beanie Babies.
That's what I saw too, but that's why I'm a personal collector and I don't collect them to sell them.
Right.
Because I don't see a whole lot of value in these in 10 years,
Right.
I'm not like those people that spent, $57,000 on Beanie Babies and now they're worth $1 a piece.
Right.
But I actually really like these metal dies.
That's cool, yeah.
Because it's actual metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I unfortunately have the Jared Leto Joker in there, but I don't have him up here. But I've got these 3 Harleys in the metal die cast. And I've got that Wolverine from the Loot Crate.
Right.
Speaking of Loot Crate, we're going to talk about that right now real quick. They've been purchased by NECA, who is the people that do like the Godzilla toys.
Yeah, that's the Godzilla toys.
Yeah. So
okay.
I went in and I bought the October box.
Uh-huh.
So we'll do an unboxing of that. You might see that before you see this. Who knows? It depends on editing and all that stuff because I have a full-time job and everything, and I'm got the editing stuff over there.
Right.
But yeah, dude, it's I'm really excited because they had a lot of cool Halloween franchises and things in there, and I'm really hoping to get something really good because back in the day when I was a looter for Loot Crate, they had really awesome stuff like this.
Right.
And then they started putting in journals and and fucking headbands and
Garbage.
socks and
Yeah.
garbage. But yeah, that was really really cool to me, and it was Wolverine, so it was really
Right.
cooler. But yeah, so come back for that.
Hopefully, them loot crates have improved since the last time he was getting them.
We'll see.
I was always skeptical about the loot crates, so I never got them. And then
Probably a
by
good
the
thing.
time I was like, oh man, get them, and then they were basically going defunct by then. So
Yes, they totally just they file for bankruptcy. But I don't remember the actual.
do you know how many
parent.
toy makers and comic book makers and stuff they probably screwed when they filed for bankruptcy?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Man,
Not only that,
I
but
bet
they
you that drove
also
a lot of people out of business.
not only that, but they also like fired laid a lot of people off, like 500 people or some shit
Wow.
like that. It was pretty crazy, and all because they didn't know how to run a business. You know?
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, it's like the movie pass thing. They
Yeah.
offered something and then they couldn't afford to do it.
Yeah.
Whoever did the math on that screwed it up and
Yeah, they didn't have the plan.
yeah.
But
So there was one more thing I wanted to discuss with you.
yeah, what's up?
A theory that I heard.
I like theories.
And this
I'm
one
usually wrong,
is
but I
pretty
like
crazy. This theory says that the It monster, and Mary Poppins is the same creature.
What?
Right, that's what I said first, but then they laid down a compelling argument. Okay.
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 Hit me.
So the It creature comes up from the sewers, right? Mary Poppins comes down from the sky.
Okay.
They both feed on the energy from children. They both use their imagination to get them to do what they want.
Okay.
And they both make people float.
Okay.
And
Sounds like maybe her evil twin.
well, no, they're saying that. Okay, so in Monsters Inc., they use screams for children, right, and feed on the fear and use that to power their society. But later they find that the good feelings and the happy feelings are more powerful, and so they switch over
Right.
to
the
making
laughter.
kids happy.
Right.
They're saying that the same thing happened with it, that it was feeding on the fear and
That
the
doesn't
scare.
hold water at
and
all because it's a different time.
Why?
Because Mary Poppins is set in like the what like 1800s,
Right, but
and then it is set in the 80s.
but it can transcend that probably.
And so, I mean, I would buy it a little bit more if it was.
If the timeline lined up a little bit.
Well, no, if say you had it backwards, so say like laughter wasn't enough power, so they went to fear.
Ooh. Yeah, I could.
That would line
yeah,
up.
I could see that too.
But I don't see it like the Monster Inc.
Right.
Way.
There was other similarities too, like both the Banks children and the Losers Club forgot about the creature. What happened, right? Until they were reminded later on.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was a really compelling argument, and I'm wondering now.
It's got you thinking.
It's got me thinking.
I mean, it's definitely something to contemplate for sure. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be too mad at it if it was true. If it was like I said, like she wasn't getting enough power from the laughter and the love and everything, so she went with the screaming and the evil
Right.
and everything.
Because let's see, the Banks children was supposed to be like what, the 60s, 70s, something like that.
I don't remember. I think it was like the 40s or 50s. I said 1800s, but that's
No,
like
yeah, no, I don't think that. Yeah.
I think it was the 40s or the 50s in England.
Right.
You did not hear that noise. I think it was the 40s or 50s. So it creature would have to, and then, so what's Mary Poppins reoccurring time? Is it every 27
So
years?
it's every 28 years, which is pretty close.
I don't know.
And they feed on the energy and the imagination of children. Everybody's floating. And if you've seen the new Mary Poppins, she floats away on a red balloon, a single red balloon.
That's probably where this. That's probably where this came from. We just went and saw the new Addams Family movie today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I liked it. I really did. I wasn't when the first trailer came out of it. I wasn't too keen on the animation.
Mm-hmm.
I still wasn't. I didn't really like the animation style all that much during the movie. It kind of grew on you, but I really didn't like it that much. But the movie itself was really cool. It kind of goes along with like what my books are about too, is accepting people for who they are, which is the Addams Family is always pretty much
Right.
about and everything. Had really funny parts of it. My favorite one, spoiler, is Morticia yells or is surprised at what Wednesday has in her hair. I won't say it, but I'll still leave this as a spoiler. So she starts to turn red, like her face turns red from the blood, and then a vampire bat flies over, lashes onto her neck and sucks the blood out of her and flies away. So it was fucking hilarious.
Right on.
It was great. I loved it. But yeah, I mean, I would, if I had to give it a score, I would give it a 7, solid 7, because it was really good. It had some really good comedy in it. And you know, obviously, the person you didn't really think was the bad guy was the bad guy.
Okay.
Kind of thing, was a really creepy bad guy.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
But yeah, I liked it. And if you guys want to see a Zombieland review, hit us up because we are gonna definitely do that. I think because I want to see that.
Oh yeah.
I liked the first movie.
Oh yeah, me too. That looks like it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, Twinkies stock went up after that movie because I went and bought all the fucking Twinkies. And then they went bankrupt after I stopped buying those Twinkies. So
it's a lie, you know. Twinkies go stale. I know.
they do, but
they do.
They're still pretty good still.
They do.
All you gotta do is dip them in a coating of batter and then deep fry it.
You ever seen a day old bread store?
No.
Okay, so a day old bread store is basically like they sell a bunch of bread and stuff like that that's about to expire. And you can go there and get like 50 cents a loaf for bread, right? And I used to live near one, and I'd go out there all the time for Twinkies and cupcakes. And you know, you go buy a box, have a couple, let them sit for a couple weeks. They go stale. They do.
Well, I mean, have you ever had a deep fried Twinkie?
No, I never have.
You will never eat a Twinkie the same way again. Trust me, you'll be like getting that batter out, trying to make your own batter.
I got the cornflakes, man. I got the cornflakes.
Now let's go to the Joker.
So,
what do you think so far?
You know, it's different, and it's getting a lot of rave reviews from a lot of different people. And I honestly have my doubts. When I saw Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, I was like, what? And then I see scenes here and there. It doesn't look like it's going to be your average superhero, supervillain kind of movie.
Yeah, it's not.
It looks like it's going to be something kind of different, something we haven't seen from the superhero genre before, which I'm kind of looking forward to.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was kind of iffy, but since Heath Ledger, because I was really iffy on Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
But he turned out to be the best Joker yet.
Yeah.
So, and I just love the way he improvised everything that he did, licking the lips and, all that stuff. It was just fantastic. And he did like his own videos. He directed those videos that he did in the movie. And they were fantastic. So I never jumped to the conclusion that somebody's going to be terrible, not even Robert Pattinson, because I jumped to the conclusion that he was going to be a bad Joker in the very beginning.
He says, I'm Batman. I am the night because I sparkle during the day.
Anyway.
It might not, he might not be bad.
He might not be bad, because I've seen other movies where he was really decent, but I saw movies where Heath Ledger was really good. A Knight's Tale was a great movie. I like A Knight's Tale. 10 Things I Hate About You was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't tell me that he was going to be an amazing Joker.
Yeah.
I will tell
that performance was absolutely off the chain. It was nothing like he did before, and he
exactly.
really just rocked.
But I'll tell you this: as soon as I heard him do his Joker laugh on the first, it wasn't even really a trailer; it was a teaser trailer. You just heard him laughing in the background whenever you saw the Batman symbol. That's what sold me on him. On even going to see the movie itself.
Right.
That laugh sold me, and honestly, it's taken me to the second trailer of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker to be sold.
Well, considering the last Joker that we saw in cinema, I was instantly sold on anything else. But
yeah, that one, I even have a little figure of that one. Every time I look at it, I just laugh. I'm like, gold teeth. Tattoos. I mean, I love tattoos. I mean, but that is not Joker in my opinion. I don't care who you pull it from. That's not the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. But DC films kind of have a tendency to be all over the place with their source materials.
Yeah.
They'll put say their current DCEU, where they have a brand new Superman and a very old Batman. And it's like, by this time, either Batman and Superman should be very old friends,
right?
Or it just shouldn't be. They're mixing and matching their timelines, and I liked Frank Miller.
Yeah.
Frank Miller's take on the Batman. And when Batman faced Superman in that comic, Batman beat Superman fair and square. However, it was only because they were old friends that Superman would stand there and face him like that.
Right.
Anyone else...
Superman could just fly into the atmosphere and blow the entire Earth up.
Yeah.
And,
Or like I say, he can easily just fly up to the Oort cloud and start chucking huge, meteors at us.
Or he could just grab Batman and just chunk him into outer space.
Right.
And there's no possible way Batman, without his friendship and Superman's morals, could actually beat Superman.
Exactly.
In any shape or form.
And I will say that it was impressive, nonetheless, when Batman beat Superman in Frank Miller's story. That being said, when it happened in the DCEU, it was very dumb.
My mama's your mama is my mama.
See, the one thing about Superman almost everybody knows is that he's faster than a speeding bullet. Which means he is way faster than a mortar.
Yep. Yep.
So...
I would agree.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm really looking forward to the Joker.
Martha.
I'm really. That's not my mom's name.
Damn, I'm dead now.
Yeah, I'll kill your ass. I'll use my new knife. But it seems interesting. It seems really interesting.
It does, and like I say, it's getting great reviews from everybody who's saying it's something different.
Yeah.
And the superhero genre is getting to a point where, and I guess it probably can't be helped, but some of them are getting a little bit repetitive on their storylines.
Yeah, I would agree. Although there's never been anything like it before either. You know,
Yeah.
we've had, what, 22, 23 Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say not all of them are great movies, but they all led up to a larger story.
Exactly.
You know? And I think with this the new saga, I guess, because they're calling this first saga the Infinity Saga,
Mm-hmm.
this new saga that they're starting is going to be very different. You know, we're getting very obscure characters.
Yep.
You know, and I'm really interested. A lot of people wasn't that blown away with their Comic-Con announcements and their D23 announcements. I was super excited, man.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see She-Hulk. I want to see.
Oh, yeah. I am really super excited about the What If series.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, I am too. Did you see the leaked footage and everything?
Yeah.
That looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to have Spider-Man in there because they can do Spider-Man in
They can
half-hour.
reference their old movies.
Well,
and in doing that, they can
Marvel
have
Marvel has the rights to do half-hour animated Spider-Mans.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, we should start making money off of that just to piss Sony off.
Yeah.
But
That would be hilarious.
Yes.
Marvel, make a brand new Spider-Man animated series, okay, and make more money than Sony does on their movies. That would be freaking hilarious.
Yes.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yes. See, right now, we live in a renaissance of superhero movies. They've never seen this kind of quality. They've never seen this kind of dedication.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Eventually, that's going to fade. Unfortunately, everything fades. All renaissances end. But here's the thing: is that when they go in the future to make these movies, they're going to look back at what we did here and say, "Oh, okay, this is how it's done."
Well, see, in the future though, there's going to be real superheroes and shit.
Right?
You know, we'll have real mutants.
Real Iron Mans.
Real Iron Mans. We'll have real, ways of manipulating DNA.
Oh, yeah.
And all that stuff. Eventually.
I keep saying that prosthetics are almost to the point where people are just going to start removing their own limbs for upgrades.
Yeah.
They can feel now when they touch something. It's not real super clear, but it's like a person can touch something and say, "This is round. This is a cube."
But and that's only in the last 20 years that we've had this incredible breakthrough with prosthetics and stuff. It's just gonna give it another 50 years, man.
Yep.
When I'm 80, they say that we're gonna, if you're alive 30 years from now, you'll be alive another 30 years after that because of the advancements of science.
Here's hoping.
in that area, man. I mean,
Here's hoping.
we already have robotic lungs and hearts and all this
For
stuff.
a special magazine thing, I was reading it at a doctor's office. They had a robot that had a functioning body. Everything was artificial. Artificial heart, artificial lungs, artificial kidneys.
Yeah.
It was all built out of robotic parts. And they could all be transplanted into people.
Yeah, and then the next part is we're growing ears and other things on the backs of rats.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we'll just be able to grow that in a petri dish.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it's just like you know, we can have robotic innards and then soft skin on the outside. You know?
We're on the verge of having a new source of food from that technology, actually.
Yeah.
And where they go to a cow, right? And they take and stick it with a needle, right? And then take that needle and, you know, get the meat out of it, right? And fat and whatever. And then they can literally take one cell of that and grow it into a steak.
Yeah.
And they, one cell. One little needle full of the genetic material for that cow will turn into like 50 steaks.
Yeah. And do you think that'll solve world hunger? Hell no, because greedy ass motherfuckers want to make money off of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. But overpopulation will eventually make that need a reality.
Well, I mean, we already grow our own food. We throw 75% of it away because it looks gross. You know, and then you have the greedy people that want to make money off of it constantly, you know, instead of giving that dirty, the rotten looking or the dirty looking or the gross looking or the ugly looking fruit and veggies away, they'd rather just throw it away instead of just giving it away.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and they want to make
That,
money
I mean,
off
that's
of
very
it.
true.
Otherwise
It's
they
not
just
that
throw it
there's not
away.
enough food. It's that there's not enough money to buy all the food.
Right.
But
Because, I mean, we throw away food constantly.
like, there's a problem right now with mega farms, and they produce huge amounts of greenhouse gases. Huge amounts. Okay? With this technology that I'm talking about, we could feed an entire city off of 4 or 5 cows.
Yeah.
You know? And the cows wouldn't even have to die. You just go get another sample.
Then we would deal with overpopulation of cows, too. So.
Yeah. Well, that's that. Yeah.
And then we would really have to watch it on that aspect of it is the diseases that cows can get, like mad cow. You don't want to sit there and reproduce mad cow from the
Oh yeah, of course. And you know, I'm not going to eat a homegrown steak when the technology's in its infancy.
You know, I think I'd try it.
No, I will wait 4 or 5 years before I do it. And just did you hear about Kevin Hart?
Yes. Poor guy.
Yes. So Kevin Hart was just in a movie with Bryan Cranston, in which he played a guy who took care of a guy who had serious spinal injuries, spinal problems.
Yep.
And now he is feeling what that feels like. And it's very unfortunate. And to future stars of America, don't let your friends drive you around in your brand new muscle cars. It's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't know how to drive muscle cars and don't understand that turning is not the same.
Yeah. Watch Cars, the cartoon.
There you
You'll
go.
understand.
Yep.
Turning one way is not always the best way to do it when you're in a muscle car and you're going a certain speed.
And but we send the best wishes out to Kevin Hart
And his family.
and his family. We hope you get better, buddy. We like your movies.
Yeah. Your comedy's kind of, but your movies are great. I love your movies. But let's see, what else did we want to talk about? I didn't.
Let's discuss some of those shows that's coming out for Marvel.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So we got She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, yeah. Now this is going to be a live action show, right? It's not going to be animated.
No, yes. The only animation is going to be the What If so far.
Okay, yeah.
You know, which we're super excited about that because they're going to have the Marvel Zombies.
Oh yeah.
All that good stuff. They're
And
going to have some really
I have
great
a few
stories.
What If comics, and they had some really crazy stories. What if the Skrulls won? You know, what if Hulk was chosen as a Herald of Galactus?
Yeah.
And Oh, there's
What
a
if
lot
Peggy
of it.
Carter was
Captain America.
Captain America?
Yep.
Which Peggy Carter, if you don't know me, or if I haven't mentioned it in any of the videos, Peggy Carter is one of my favorite characters in the MCU. I really loved her show, Agent Carter, and I'm really sad that they got rid of it. So I hope Disney picks it back up on Disney Plus. That's what I'm hoping for. But that's gonna probably be my favorite episode, right there.
Right.
Besides the zombies, because the Marvel Zombies was done by the same guy. I can't remember his
Robert
name.
Kirkman.
Robert Kirkman, the same guy that did The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yep.
So, very, very excited about that.
Oh yes. Yes.
The WandaVision
Absolutely.
series, I'm pretty
WandaVision, yep.
excited for, to see if it's just Wanda like making it up in her head, or doing it with her powers and stuff.
Well,
or however they decide
technically,
to do
she
it.
could just do whatever she wanted. She could, if her power. See, the MCU has kind of undersold her powers. Even though what she did to Thanos in Endgame, it's still undersold.
Right, she's
Because-
really powerful.
Because
But they
the
undersold.
Wanda in the comics go up against Thanos and his army and would have just said, "Go away," and it would have all disappeared.
Right, but that didn't happen in the comics.
She's supremely powerful. She's a reality bender in the comics. She makes her own reality, and it can lead to disastrous consequences.
That's what I'm wondering because they said that the WandaVision show is connected to and will carry over to the Doctor Strange.
Multiverse of Madness movie?
Yes.
Ooh,
So
yes.
that's what I'm wondering if they're going to explore that power of hers, because they I don't think they really undersold it as much as they're letting it grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
they're
Because
not-
she doesn't just come into her powers and bam, know what she can do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Well, she
So I think
She does come into her powers in the comics and then has to lock herself away for a really long time because of what she can do and what she would do if somebody made her mad enough.
Right.
And she set off the whole House of M storyline, and then she also set up the X-Men versus Avengers storyline. It can happen, Marvel. You can do it. You don't have to wait a freaking decade. We can all just forget that Dark Phoenix happened right now, and you can start on something. I'll delete it from my memory. It never happened. Okay?
Although the last part of Dark Phoenix wasn't bad. The very last half hour.
That being said, I'll forget the whole thing if you start making a new one right now.
I agree. Who is going to be my new Wolverine?
They say they're going to wait a decade
I hope not.
before they start messing with that. They want people to forget the current iteration.
No,
of
they
X-Men.
definitely want to forget, and Logan was a decent movie. But
Yeah.
I want my X-Men, and I want my X-Men done right, and I want them now.
The old man Logan from the comics would have been such a cooler movie.
Yeah.
Them being chased by the Venom Tyrannosaurus Rex. That was insane.
And bring my favorite character, my favorite Marvel character, Morph, into the movies. I want to see Morph. We've already seen Mystique and other shapeshifters in the Marvel universe. Bring Morph. I want him in the X-Men.
Yes.
Even if because you could take Mystique and Morph and make them characters that are already introduced into the universe.
No, Morph is dead in the comics.
In the movies.
Right. But
And did he die?
yes. But in the Age of Apocalypse, he didn't, and he was one of the X-Men.
I know I haven't read a whole lot of comics lately, but they changed him to look like an alien or something.
Yeah, he looks like a kind of like a gray, weird, blobbish dude.
Yeah.
But he is like when he's relaxed. If he wants, he can take any form he wants.
Right, but the thing about Morph's powers is he can't do it unless he sees it. You know, so if he sees it on TV or if he sees it in person, but he can't just make up something and turn into it. He has to physically see it,
Right.
which is really awesome. And it was, I remember in the cartoon, it was really hard for them to figure out who was Wolverine and who was Morph, because he could copy the adamantium that came out of his for his claws.
Yeah.
You know, his. You know, he could copy it.
You ever go to wipe and just forgot to, put the claws away or?
Which reminds me, we're gonna do a R-rated version like of our own Wolverine one of these days. You know, hopefully in the next 10 years or so. It'll probably take us, a whole another Marvel saga to get it done, but
Right.
we have other stuff to do than this YouTube thing.
Next, we'll talk about Movie Pass.
Yes. So I was a member of MoviePass for quite a while. I would say 6 to 8 months, something like that. And it was $9.99 a month, and you got unlimited movies, right? And then I guess Missy. Then they got where they wanted to change things up, like not give you access to movies. They were doing really shady stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I paid my $10, and then they were like, "Nope, you can't go see that movie." And I'm like, "Then nope, you can't have my $10."
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Nope, we're taking your money." And I said, "Nope, I put you on a credit card, so I'm reporting fraud because I'm not getting what I'm paying for."
Mm-hmm.
You know. And my credit card company gave me my money back because, I mean, it was obvious I paid for unlimited movies. They wasn't giving me unlimited movies. So, and then I completely cut them off. And now, maybe 6 months to a year later,
Somewhere
they're
around
going
there, yeah.
out of business.
Well, they never expected there to be such a turnout on this deal, and they weren't prepared to pay the kind of money they would have to pay out for it. And when they started having to do it and then just hemorrhaging money, right? They tried to do all that shady stuff to keep people from seeing the movies,
Yep.
and that was just dirty. But something good may have come out of it.
Yep. So Regal has come out within the last couple of weeks, maybe month or so. Regal Unlimited, where it's unlimited for $18.99, which I'm perfectly fine with paying.
Yeah.
Not even $10 more a month for absolutely unlimited movies. You get a free popcorn, large popcorn on your birthday. It still works with the Regal card, where you get your points and you get free movies and things like that. I'm an AT&T member too, so I have my cell phone through AT&T. So AT&T gives you a buy one get one free movie on Tuesdays, and on Tuesdays with the Regal card you get a half off on popcorn and hot dogs.
Oh wow!
So I mean, it's going to all work in conjunction with each other. Sounds like a really great deal. Now it's starting at $19.90 or $18.99, so it goes up to like $21.99, depending on like where you are and what
But you get
theater it is.
good deals on the concessions and other stuff like that.
Right,
But
it's unlike the Cinemark one where it's like $9 a month and you get one movie a month,
yeah,
and 20% off their shitty concessions that are like 3 times smaller than Regal concessions.
that's true. They are smaller. They're different though. They have a different kind of seating and stuff like that. But
there are Regals that have the recliners though.
Right.
Ours doesn't, but there are some that do.
But this, I mean, they don't offer this Regal Unlimited pass. They don't offer anything like that. No, nobody does.
Yep.
So, and they're taking up the slack of what Movie Pass couldn't do.
Yep.
They saw how many people signed up for the movie pass and thought to themselves, well, we can get into some of that money because they can. They can do that. It doesn't cost them extra. You see, a movie theater pays thousands and thousands of dollars to get a copy of the movies that they're playing. Right? So,
and then on
either
top
way,
of that, they have to guarantee the movie theater or the people that the studios certain like percentages of like I think it's like the first weekend of a movie that comes out, the movie studio gets everything from from that movie, everything. So the only things that the movie theater are like actually making money on is the concessions. And then after that, then it like starts going down and down.
Yeah,
and
but
down
they
and
still
down.
have to pay
Percentages
every
and stuff.
time they show it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if they can, because we've gone in there before a few times and just been in a movie that was playing and we were the only ones there.
Yep.
Now, those empty seats cost that movie theater money.
Yep.
Every empty seat is another person that's not buying a soda, that's not buying a popcorn, that's not paying their movie ticket. But with this unlimited pass, you can get more people in those seats simply because they can.
Yep.
They, it's not like they have to pay an extra $7 to go see this movie. They pay a flat rate of under $20 and can go see all the movies they want.
Yeah, and then you got to think too, like maybe somebody doesn't have their unlimited pass, but say like I have the unlimited pass and you don't, and you want to go see a movie and I want to go see the same movie and we're going to see the same movie together. Where are we gonna go? Are we gonna go to your movie theater, or are we going to
the
my
one
movie
where we
theater?
get a free ticket? Yeah.
Or and now you have to buy your movie ticket through them or sign up for the movie
Right,
Regal Unlimited.
which in the end is cheaper.
So if
you see more than
comes
2
around.
movies a month, I think this deal is worth it.
Yeah, 2 movies a month, man.
Yeah. So and I think it excludes 3D and IMAX, right?
Yeah, it's just regular 2D movies.
But that's all you need. Look, I've had IMAX and 3D ruin movies before. I've gone to we went to see what Batman vs Superman, was it?
Trust me, that did not ruin that movie at all.
It did.
The movie ruined that movie. I'm not. I haven't cracked a smile, and this fucker's like dying over here.
But
IMAX 3D did not ruin that movie at all.
But it did. Here, let me tell you this story. If you haven't seen our review, let me tell you this story. Was that reviewed?
I don't think we did a review.
We didn't do a review.
Maybe we.
So
just
you
mentioned
probably
it.
haven't seen our review on that, but the every part that was supposed to be 3D was doubled up.
No, it was like just the lighting that was.
Well, yeah, everything that was supposed to be in the background kept doubling up, and it really just it took me out of the movie.
The good thing about that, though, is like I said, the movie ruined itself. But the whole 3D aspect, it actually gave us free tickets.
That's true.
And we saw Civil War with those free tickets.
Which was a much better movie.
Yep, much better movie. And we saw that movie in IMAX because it was an IMAX movie that.
Oh yeah,
it was a 3D IMAX movie that was messed up, so they gave us a 3D IMAX TV.
That's right.
Or ticket TV.
I'll take one of those 3D IMAX TV.
I'll take one of those too.
Right?
Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And we'll if anybody gives us a 3D IMAX TV, we'll give you guys a review of it.
Yep. And we have $1 million guarantee here. You pay us $1 million, we'll do any damn thing you want. Well, almost.
That's his guarantee, not mine.
We'll review anything you want.
I'm still not gonna say I'll review anything. Because then you got Michael Myers standing over there in the Cat in the Hat outfit going, anything? No,
okay.
not
I suppose
anything.
anything might be a little much there.
All right, so moving on into the news. Well, we got Kit Harington.
Yep, Kit Harington.
All right, so Kit Harington's going to be playing the Black Knight.
For those of you who don't know who Kit Harington is, he played Jon Snow on Game of Thrones. If you don't know who that is,
Oh well.
man, you're lost. I don't know what to tell you. However, the Black Knight is a cool character. Been around for ages and ages.
He's an Eternal.
He's in a, yeah, is he?
I think so. No, maybe not. No. He's going to be in the Eternal movie.
I think he's an immortal.
He may be. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know that much about the Black Knight, honestly.
Actually, me neither. But I do.
But it's
know
big news that Kit Harington is going to be the Black Knight.
I do know that he is a powerful character, and I do know that he's kind of was a bad guy, now a good guy, kind of anti-hero. Mm-hmm. So, should be interesting.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that Jon Snow's working again, and
not just car commercials.
Right? Maybe they won't send him off to Beyond the Wall this time.
Yep.
Like the Emmys was today, and Game of Thrones won best show for drama, and Bran the Broken didn't even go up on stage with the rest of them.
Well, he's fucking broken. What do you expect?
Right, he couldn't get his wheelchair down there.
Huh?
Must have been it.
They didn't build the ramp for
He's
him.
the winner of Game of Thrones, but yeah, he doesn't deserve to be on the stage with the rest of them, you know? He had like maybe 1/10 of the screen time as the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, he was gone for like 2 years, 3 years out of the entire freaking thing, and there was only 8 seasons. Come on. That means he was only there for 5 years.
Who has a better story than Bronn? Anyone. Anyone there.
Holdor.
Anyone there. Brown's story's kind of yawned. He spent some time in a cave and then ran through the snow.
Well, I mean, his origin story was pretty good, you know.
Right.
He caught brother and sister doing some things brother and sister shouldn't do, and then he got pushed out a window.
Yep.
That's a great origin story for, you know, a comic book hero or whatever. But then you just kind of crash.
Yeah.
And then you got one of the best characters killed. We learned how he got his name, but then you got the best character killed. So, fuck you, Brand.
And then I was kind of hoping he would show up as a White Walker, but that's a different story altogether. Anyway, Kit Harington is working again. I got one more thing I want to mention. I watched this year's America's Got Talent, and the winner was a kid named Cody Lee, who was a blind autistic savant who just wowed me and wowed my family every time we watched him play. And I wanted to congratulate Cody Lee for winning. He was the best man, and he won.
Absolutely, yeah. Just a fantastic voice, beautiful. I can't even describe it.
An amazing talent on the piano.
Crazy talent.
Just works good with others. And the last one, he did a duet with some really famous lady. I don't really know who she was, but
she wasn't that famous.
She was famous enough. I just don't follow it anymore. But
probably more famous than we are, because we.
Absolutely, yeah.
We got what?
Right now.
We got 41 subscribers and usually like 20-something views.
These old videos will be on the documentary of our lives one day. Just wait. You'll see. It'll be on Netflix.
Yeah, and if you guys ever wonder if this is the real us, it definitely is. We always talk back and forth about this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And we basically both said we should just video ourselves talking. And maybe people would watch.
Don't forget to share this on social media, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace.
Is that still a thing?
Shows how old I am.
I think Justin Timberlake actually owns it.
Instagram. What?
Yeah. That's the last I heard.
Bye.
Hey, I actually like Justin Timberlake. He does a great job when he works with the Lonely Island. Great job.
Oh, here's something else I want to talk to you about.
What's up?
Did you hear about the UFOs, man? Did you hear about the UFOs?
Which ones?
Okay, so a couple years ago, this research company started by the band Blink-182, right, found and released some footage that showed some jet planes following a UFO.
Yeah.
Which
and
is,
the Navy or whatever said that they
Air
Force
confirmed that they were real.
Yeah,
Yes,
and said they shouldn't be
and
released.
this
Yeah, I
is the
heard
first
about
official confirmation of the existence of UFOs.
that.
Second?
Yep. The first official confirmation was Roswell. Because they came out and said, yes, it was a UFO. And then right after that, they came back and said, nope, wasn't a UFO.
Oh, but that's not an official. When they come
It
back,
was.
when they
The
come back and
government-
said no, it's not a UFO.
The government
then,
officially said, yes, it is a UFO. And then they retracted that and said, no, it's a weather balloon.
Okay.
So that's the first official.
right, but this one isn't being retracted
Yeah.
yet. But the Navy, right?
Navy or Air Force?
I believe it was the Navy that came out and said, yes, these are our pilots, and yes, this is a real video, and yes, we don't know what these are, and no, these aren't UFOs, these are unidentified aerial phenomenon. So UAPs is what they call them now.
Yeah, they're just trying to get around the UFO
Yeah.
wording. Basically, it's just dumb political.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon sounds even more mysterious than unidentified flying object.
Everybody uses UFO as being synonymous with aliens.
Yes.
Now, so
Yes.
I think that's why they're doing
They're
it.
trying to kind of separate themselves away from the alien
Yeah, saying that
Angle.
no, it's not aliens. It is
unidentified.
unidentified, and they don't know what it is. But
Right. It's the cursor.
It is what it is.
It's the cursor,
Yeah.
you guys. It's the cursor. You see, we are all in a big giant game of The Sims.
Yep.
And the cursor comes around every once in a while and messes with stuff.
Yep. and there's flat earthers around the world.
All over the globe.
Yep. And guys, I think that's all the news right now. Missy, come here. Say bye. Say bye. Bye. Thanks, guys. We love you.
Have a good one.
Great night.
See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment and share and just click all the buttons and see you next time.
Peace.